Alright, today we have the Refun H6, the blue model flashlight. Blue, see the blue inside those, the aluminum metal slits in there. Then you got this silver chrome front plate. And this, all of this is adjustable, exposes more blue, sorry. It is a little restricted. It will not adjust by itself. It won't just fall forward and fall back. It's not loose, so you have to actually pull it and push it. You'll feel a little bit of resistance. You can still do it with one hand, but it's kind of stout, so it's good. So it won't adjust itself. It'll hold whatever you set it on. You have the green push button in the back. It doesn't have a button on the side. It has the button on the very end, the nub, and then your wrist strap. And there's no grips back here like a couple of the other models, but you see how it's all textured down through there, ribbed and textured. And then you got some ridges up here behind the cap. Domed front glass. Okay, collapsed. It's just under 5.5 inches all the way in. Give you an idea on how long this flashlight is. It's over an inch diameter at center. It can be powered. It comes with the 18650 battery. If you haven't seen these yet, it's bigger than a AA battery. Designed the same way, it's just bigger. Has the plastic sleeve that this will go in. This takes up the extra room in case you have the in case you're going to use like the AAA battery pack. 3 AAAs goes into this to power it. So that's pretty handy. Gives you another option if you don't have that charged up. This goes in. You see the gasket right there. Helps make it waterproof, water resistant. And we'll go through the modes in just a second. For you tech savvy people, here's the specs on the 18650 battery, just in case you want to see that. The charger for the 18650, this indicator light does turn green whenever it's fully charged, so that'll let you know. It's got some padded feet on the bottom on each 4 corners. 5 modes on the Refun H6. Start out with bright, then medium, low, strobe, and SOS. And then you're right back to bright. You can toggle through these by barely pushing. It'll go in between all of them just by barely depressing the button. If you want to, the most commonly used one's going to be bright. So if you want it to be on bright every time you turn it on, you got it on bright now, you'll just hold this in for a couple seconds and let it go. And no matter what, the next time you turn it on, you're going to be on bright each time. As long as each time you turn it off, you hold it in for a couple of seconds, let it go. It'll be right back on bright every single time. You cannot set that mode with the strobe or the other ones. It only does that. It'll just resets back to bright, the high mode each time. If we went to strobe and we depressed for a couple of seconds, as soon as we turn it back on, it's going to be on bright. It's just going to reset to bright each time. But that saves you from going all the way through and getting back to bright whenever you want to light something up. So bright, medium, low, or strobe. There's SOS. So high, medium, low, strobe, SOS. And we'll get outside, because if you're like me, you want to know just how bright this is in the dark and just how far out it'll reach on a tight beam, and what the wide beam looks like, how much area it covers. So it gets dark, we'll go out and do some videos out there. Okay, fairly dark out here now. I'm going to try to give you a shot. Here's the wide beam out in front of me here. I mean, there's no way I could sit back far enough to show you just how widespread this pans out. But we start narrowing it in, get down to a tight beam, and that's the neighbor's house back across the back lot. You see how bright that light is against the back lot? Let's go down street. See the square beam? That's what that light bulb does. It's across the neighbor's yard. It's in the street. 3 houses down. That's 3 houses down across the street you're seeing down there. Let's kind of change direction here. This is the tight beam now. This is on bright, and it's on the tight beam. All the way across the neighbor's house. Let's go 300 feet down. Far neighbor's house. See that? How it lights it up? That's even further. That's 4 houses down, all the way on the corner, and it lights the side of that house up. Very, very bright, very tight beam. And you can sit here and you could fog it out. There's our wide. Strobe. SOS. Go back to tight beam. Let's zip it all the way down again and make sure we was on tight beam. Narrow beam. See that square against the house? See how square that beam is? That's 40 to 50 feet away is where that's shining. Let's go back down the street again. Crazy how far this light reaches. Real tight square beam. Bright, very bright. Final assessments, opinions of the Refun H6, the blue model. I like it. You've seen it's bright, holds a nice tight square beam, reaches all the way down the block. It reaches as far as I can really see things clearly, so I really can't see where I'd want to shine much further. But I have multiple other flashlights, even like the old mag lights. This holds a lot sharper beam than the old mag lights that I used to have. It's a lot brighter, of course, a white light, clear. I use them hunting, fishing. I run heavy equipment, so I use them in the mornings to get out on the equipment and check things out on those. But for the price, I think they're an awesome flashlight and bright. And I love the 18650 batteries. They hold a good charge and they hold it for longer than like the AA s. But I would definitely go with it, so it's a good buy.